So, hi everyone. Welcome back to a new presentation. Today we're going to talk about structuralism. Okay, so structuralism. Of course, the first thing we start with is to define structuralism. Okay, based on what you read in the article and based on your own knowledge, can you please give me a simple definition of structuralism? In define structuralism. You can't?
It's a school of thought.
No?
It's a school of thought.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, no problem. Let's define it. Okay, so what is structuralism? Structuralism is a way of approaching texts and practices that is derived from the theoretical work of the Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure. Well, in other words, structuralism is an approach, a method in order to study texts and practices, study a human being, part of a human being as well. Study the text, either said or written by humans, and the practices, which means the things they do, the things they think, their thoughts, their beliefs, etc. So that's what structuralism do. And in order to study humans using structuralism, we use the things or the theoretical work of the Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure. Okay, so in this presentation we're going to talk about the main ideas of Ferdinand de Saussure, the most important ones used in structuralism, and of course in the end we're going to talk about the panoptic machine.
Michel Foucault's. Michel Foucault, yeah.
The panoptic. Okay, let's get started. By the way, this is Ferdinand de Saussure. Is him. We call him the father of linguists, right?
Who is the mother?
I don't know. I haven't met her yet. Okay.
Okay. It was single father.
This is the father, okay? I only know the father.
But we want the mother.
You can search for it in your own free time. Okay, so let's talk about the ideas of Saussure. Saussure divides language into two component parts. Signify. Together they make up the sign. Okay? So the best way to explain things, of course, is to give examples. And I prefer the example of the hand. This is the hand. So the word itself, the word hand, is the signifier. And the object, this thing here, is the signifier. So the hand is a word, but it signifies the object hand. Okay? So hand, which is the signifier, and the signified, they make up what we call the second. So when I tell you hand, you know that I'm talking about this thing. This is hand. Okay, now can you define a hand? Define a hand without using the word hand. Define a hand without using the word hand. Not define, but
Refer to.
وصف.
Yeah.
Describe a hand.
For 5 fingers.
Okay, 5 fingers. Describe. Go. Just describe a hand.
Like a fork.
Yes, like a fork. Yeah. Good. Like a fork, but with 5.
Yeah.
Good idea. Can someone?
It's used to slap.
Touches objects. Yes. Yeah.
It's used to slap.
Yes, it's used to slap. Good.
To punch.
To punch. Yeah, to punch.
To eat.
To eat.
Oh, couscous.
To drink. To make things. Okay. But my definition is like a squeezed ball. Squeezed ball. Here. It's like a squeezed ball. Okay. Squeezed. With 5 sticks on it. Sticks.
Yeah.
Squeezed ball with 5 sticks on it.
Okay.
And these 5 sticks can move. We can control them. Okay, now, why did I ask you that question? I want you to answer the bigger question. Is there any relationship between the description of this object, hand, and the word hand? Is there any relationship between the two?
No.
Is there a relationship between H, A, and D, and the squeeze ball with 5, 6 on it that we can move? There's no relationship. So this will take us to the idea, another idea, an important one, which is that the relationship between signifier and signified is completely arbitrary, which means it's completely nonsense, and it's simply the result of cultural agreement. Some group of people, they agreed on something. They said, okay, you know, this thing, we will call it hand. And they started calling it hand. This is how an idea is, how we name things.
And how language is is
Yes,
created.
how language is formed, yes.
It's arbitrary, yeah.
So how is a meaning made? How do we establish or link a meaning to something? Well, you have two main ideas. The first one is meaning is the result of difference and relationship. And Ferdinand Saussure explains this using the train system, right? Train system. I explain it using train system. Okay, so we have 8, for example, 8:30 train. The 8:30 train that comes in the morning, 8:30 train. So we establish a meaning to this train, right? This train has a meaning. This meaning we named it 8:30 train. So how do we differentiate between the meaning of this train, the 8:30 train? Okay, imagine this is a train. Okay, so this is train. The 8:30 train. What is the okay? This is the 8:30 train. What is the difference between this train and other trains? Other ones. Okay, many other ones. What is the difference between the two? Time, yes, time. Good. Time.
The location that the train will go.
Location that the train will go. Right.
Destination, yeah.
The destination, yeah. Any other answer? Okay. So, maybe, this train has a definition related to the difference he has, because he is different from other trains. Because he doesn't come at 9 or at 10. We didn't define him or give him that meaning because of his shape, or because of the stuff that work there, but because of the relationship that he has with other trains. For example, my relationship with him, I go there and he goes there, and the difference is he comes at 8:30 and maybe other trains comes at 9, at 10. So this is the idea here. Okay, we give meaning according to the difference and the relationship. Good. In addition to this, I love this idea. It will completely change your approach to your vision. So meaning is also made in a process of combination and selection. We combine some things and we select some words and we replace them. Horizontally, right? This is horizontal. Along the syntagmatic axis and vertically along the paradigmatic axis. In order to explain this, I will need someone to come to the board and write a short sentence, just a simple short sentence.
Samuel.
Write me a short sentence. جملة. Write me.
Like what?
Mziouka is smart. Mziouka.
No. Is stupid.
Come on, write. Please write it here. I want it.
No.
Oh, full name. Shame on you.
Okay. Hi. And we need to write something here, so sorry. Okay. Let's explain this. Okay, so horizontally, which means this way, horizontally, right? Either from this way or this way. Horizontally are not the syntagmatic axis. Okay, so how can we modify the meaning of this sentence? How can we change it? So we can either, in order to modify something, we can do two things. Either totally change its meaning, or to just make it more detailed. So in order to make it more detailed, we will talk about the syntagmatic axis. Means that way. Either we add some words here, or we add some words here. Okay? Did you get the idea? For example, we can add here. So let's change the sentence. Mziouka is stupid.
Automat.
Ah, thank you. Good math.
Wow.
That's math. Thank you so much. Math. So the meaning didn't change. We just make it more specific. It's stupid. Maths. Okay, we can say. Okay, so this is the idea. Okay, we will move now to the paradigmatic axis, which is really interesting. Focus. Paradigmatic axis, we're talking about horizontal. So we just change a word. Maybe we will change this word and replace it with
Adam.
Adam. Is it the same meaning? No. We change the person. Okay, maybe we will leave Mziouka and we will change this word and we'll change it to smart.
Yeah. Substituted. Yeah.
Substitute.
With,
yes,
yeah.
this is selection. We'll select the word.
Yeah. Substituted.
Smart. Is it the same meaning? Okay, let me read. Muhammad Mziouka is smart as math. It's good. I can just take it long. It's
good.
Good as math. Let's say it's good at math. But anyways, it's smart. It's smart. Mziouka is smart. Is it the same meaning? The same meaning as Mziouka is stupid?
No.
So the whole meaning changed. And in the article we found a really eye-opening idea, which is, he said, terrorists attacked a base,
A military base.
a military
Base.
base. What?
Base. Some military base.
A military base. The terrorists attacked a military base. Okay, so let's talk about the paradigmatic axis. So if we substitute or change the terrorists with freedom fighters.
Yeah.
Freedom fighters. We will say freedom fighters attacked a military base.
Yeah. Or mujahideen, for example.
Yes, or mujahideen, yes,
Yeah.
mujahideen, religion.
Yeah.
Or Palestinians, you can say.
Yeah.
Palestinians. So the whole meaning changed. Our whole opinion towards this sentence or this situation changed, because word terrorist is a bad word. You can say, when you hear terrorists, you hear, oh my god, terrorists. When you hear Palestinians or freedom fighters, you just sympathize with them. But terrorists, you just say, they're bad people. This is the idea. So be careful about what you're saying. So structuralists argue another idea. This is another idea. Structuralists argue that language organizes and constructs our sense of reality. Different languages produce different mapping of the real. Okay, as I always say, the best way to understand something is by giving an example.
As in the Matrix. What is real? Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay, so for example, when an American or an English native speaker is staring at a lion, looking at a lion. This is a lion. You know a lion, of course. You know what a lion is. This is a lion. So an American staring at a lion. So he sees a lion. That's what he sees. However, an Arab, true Arab, 100% not true Arab. We're not 100% Arab.
Yeah.
An Arab with over 300 words to name a lion. It's true. In Arabic, there are more than 300 words to name a single lion. Staring at the same lion would see so much more. For example, this one would look at lion and say, oh, it's a lion. However, an Arab would say, it's Asad. Hamza, I know only two.
Yeah, sorry.
Asad, Hamza, I know this.
Sabra.
سبات.
Seven.
خلنفر.
Huh?
خلنفر.
Halanfar. So see how many words. So this will affect, in a way or another, your
Yeah.
view to the reality, your Yes,
Yeah.
your
Will
reality.
shape your
own
reality. It will shape, yeah.
Yes, thank you. Will shape your reality. Okay? So, another idea. Saussure divides language into langue and parole. French. You hate French?
French. French.
Langue and parole. Language and speech. It's better. Langue and parole. Okay? Langue and parole. Langue and parole. Well, langue, what's the langue means? So langue means language itself, with its grammar, its rules, everything. So langue is equals language. Okay? So it's something that we should respect in order to speak a certain language. For example, if someone wants to speak English, he won't say, I don't want to say he says. Why will I say he says? Maybe because he says better than me. I won't say he says, I say he say. Because I says, not he says. So it's changing the grammar itself, which is kind of crazy. You can't do that. It's long. You have to respect long. Long is something that we have to respect and take it just the way it is. Don't say I says and he said.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, and parole is
It's like revolting against the rules.
Yeah.
And this is something actually just done in some
Ah.
certain societies in America, especially the.
yeah, black people.
Yeah.
That's not racist, but you know, like, I don't mean racist.
Well, on camera.
I don't mean racist. Yeah. It's normal. It's just ideas.
And yes, they do that in order to show that they have their own
Yes.
language. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they are independent. Yes.
Okay, so parole is the speech. So what I'm saying now is parole. So in order to have parole, we first need to have langue. There will be no parole without langue.
Ah.
Okay, so parole is just speech. What I'm saying now, the words, sentences, everything is parole.
Yeah, the performance.
The
Yeah.
performance. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. It's the performance. Just the performance. So these are the two things.
Yeah.
So, in order to study, now we're going to talk about how to study a language. Linguistics, you know, linguistics is studying language. So there are two theoretical approach, academic approach, to linguistics, to study linguistics, to study a certain language. So the first one is diachronic approach. It studies the historical development of a given language. So we take a language, we study the history of the language from its birth, it's correct, from its birth till today.
From its inception.
Inception, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. From its inception till today, till now, which is kind of tough, kind of difficult, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Progress, yes.
brilliant. Maybe we don't even know
Yeah.
when was it born.
Yeah, we study the evolution. Yeah. of the-
Yes, the evolution, yes. It's difficult, so difficult. So there is a second, easier approach, which is the synchronic approach, which studies a given language in one particular moment in time. We just take a particular moment in time and we just studying the language. What word do people like? What word they speak, etc. For example, if we take an article written maybe, or a book written in 1850, for example. 1850. So, in order to read or to study the language there, we will not take into consideration the language that how we speak now, of course. Because now you know, say, hey, what's up, man? It's totally different from 1850. It's
Yeah.
gentlemen there. Gentlemen, okay? So it's different. And we need to take into consideration how people used to speak English or the language during that specific moment in order to learn or to study in a efficient way this language during that time. Okay, so this is the idea. You get the idea, right? Okay, so what is the relationship between Saussure, linguist, and structuralism? Okay, so of course Saussure, you know, is a linguist. He studies languages. But why do we use his approaches, his ideas in structuralism, which studies people and
Cultures, yes.
cultures and
Cultural texts,
cultural
yeah.
texts,
And
yes,
practices,
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. So what is the relationship? It's language and culture. What are you talking about? Okay, so they take two main ideas from structuralism. Takes two basic ideas from structuralism. And of course, the two basic ideas they have sub-ideas, sub-ideas and niches and etc. The first is source of meaning. Is that, for example, we say signifier, signify, difference, relationship, all these ideas, they took them in order to understand the meaning of something that we do in a certain culture, or the meaning of a myth, story, myth. This is the meaning of a myth. So we use
According to whom?
Huh?
According to whom? Two parts, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
words, yes. So we use this, the source of meaning, the signify, difference, relationship, etc. This, etc. In order to understand this, to understand culture, etc. And the second idea is that meaning is relative. There is no absolute reality. So we should not take our reality and use it to maybe study other people's reality.
Yeah, impose it on others.
Yes, thank you. Impose it on others. Each one of us has his own perspective of reality, his own reality. So we should study his reality from his own perspective, and we can study it from our perspective. That's all.
Yeah.
First, we should keep in mind that nothing is absolute. There's no absolute
Absolutism.
absolutism.
Nothing is absolute. Right?
Nothing is absolute.
Absolutism is done.
Yes. Nothing is absolute. Okay? Nothing is absolute. Everything is relative. Okay, here I will end my presentation with this panoptic machine.
Panopticon, yeah.
Panopticon. Yes, this is the panoptic. Panopticon. Let's read this. The panopticon is a type of prison building. A prison building designed by Jeremy Bentham in 1787. This is Jeremy Bentham. Say hi to me.
Hi, Benjamin. Thank you for creating the panoptical machine in which our grandfather lived for so long.
Okay, so the panopticon. So it's like a prison. And we will use this picture to explain. Now we've got to focus with me. We must focus with me. Okay, so inside the panopticon, there is a tower. Okay, inside of the tower, there's the governor. The governor. We call him the governor. The person who is watching the prison. By the way, this is where prisoners sleep and live, and this is cells. Yes.
Cells, yeah, cells, yeah.
Cells. These are cells. Cells. So prisoners are here. So the governor is here and watching them. Watching them, what are they doing? And if they do bad things or something, they get banished. They get banished, they get banished. Okay. So, what happens here? So, first keep in mind that these prisoners does not see the governor. They know that the governor is watching them, but they don't see him directly. Okay? So, they don't even know if he is watching them at that moment or not. Maybe he is not even in the tower, and they think that he is watching them. So they are always afraid from him, scared from his power, we can say, power. So this is just a metaphor. This is a metaphor in order to understand how the matrix works. The matrix, or our reality, works. So in order to give an example, you can take, for example, in your class, when the teacher starts talking about a sensitive topic, a sensitive something, issue, yes, sensitive issue. When it just starts to talk about in front of students or in front of people, they just stop. They say, oh, maybe if I say something, they will hear me. The governor,
The panoptic machine.
the panoptic machine, yes, the panoptic machine will hear me, and they will punish me, and I don't know what.
Yeah, we are in the panoptic
But
machine.
Yes?
do you see this method in our time?
Yes. Not. It's just a metaphor. I wish just to illustrate the reality. So they are watching us right now through this camera. Hi. They're watching us through our phones. They're listening to us. So we know these things. But this doesn't mean that we should.
But these things restrict us. They don't let us behave in a certain way. They don't let
Yes.
us do some certain ways. they limit
Yes.
us, they limit our freedom, they limit how we
And they
behave and
make-
act and react and
Yes,
yeah.
and they make the job easy for them. So they can control us easily.
Yeah.
So we are always scared from being punished from them. From maybe they will see us
Yeah.
they punish us. So we behave in the way they want us to behave. And we behave in a way that they like, the way that will let them there and us here.
Yeah, absolutely. They give us this illusion that they are watching us, even if they are not really watching
Yes.
us, so that we keep being disciplined for a long time, for the longest
Yes.
time, without having them making much effort
Yes,
to
yes.
preserve that.
So this is the panopticon. Okay, so this is the picture of the reality. Maybe we are not in cells, prisoners, sitting. Maybe we eat what we want, we go wherever we were. But there is a tower there with a governor there watching us.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep in mind this. I'm not telling you this to just be crazy and not talk, be free, but illiterate, of course. Illiterate. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention and see you on the
Thank you.